Now, every week on Tuesday, many of you will know that we usually get the insurance registrations showing the kind of performance that our favorite EV stocks like NIO did for the previous week. And as seen on the screen, for the period ending the 11th of May, which is this past Sunday, NIO had a total insurance registrations of around 6,060 cars. Now, this is a very good figure because you will notice that last week NIO had like 5,100, which showing that now they have got over 6,000. I think it's great. There is someone that commented on the video that I did over the weekend saying that if NIO is to get a number below 6,000, that would be pretty bad, because then now you will know that I've been singing the song in this channel of saying NIO is going to report an all-time high. He said, that person said, then it would mean that the prediction is gonna come. It won't be as such, right? But we could easily see, or we can now start seeing that NIO can indeed come with new monthly or an all-time high in terms of monthly deliveries, which is something that is great. Now, out of all these 6,060 cars, 3,930 came from NIO main brand, whilst 1,160 came from the family-oriented sub-brand ONVO. 470 came from Firefly, which in total, all these insurance registrations are giving NIO to have around 6,060 cars, which this is very good. You will know that last week, for those that still don't know, it is the first, or was the first full week of May, and therefore seeing NIO reporting 6,000 in the first full week of May, I think this is something that we should be proud of, because it is already signaling that things could be much better for NIO this month. Because ideally, or what we usually see from the trends of the insurance registrations, is that first 2 weeks are usually low and the last 2 weeks are usually high, right, in terms of the insurance registrations or deliveries. And therefore seeing 6,000 in the first full week of May just makes me wonder the total insurance registrations that we'll see in the last 2 weeks or in the last week of this month. Because like I said, we usually tend to see things improving in terms of numbers when we look into the insurance registrations towards the end of the month, the last week of the month, which is just so great. Now, NIO, not only did they produce these solid figures, but this week we saw NIO having a higher insurance registrations than Tesla, right? Tesla, you will notice there that they had total insurance registrations of around 3,070, which is something that shows you that indeed NIO is doing absolutely well. Now, you will notice that ONVO has got 1,660 cars, right, for last week, which I suppose this is showing some improvement. But if you notice, this is the second highest figure that ONVO has produced this year, which is something that is great, man. Because as what we have been seeing since this year began, ONVO, the most that it has done, I think it's 1,800, which seeing 1,660, it's also good for ONVO, as it shows that deliveries are improving. The new management, they are doing whatever they can to make sure that they sell this car, which is something that I think we can be proud of, also looking at ONVO. Firefly showed 470 cars for the full week of last week. This full week of May, Firefly has 470. We could easily see this figure doubling next week. But again, let's wait, let's see. NIO, remember they said the target for Firefly, they wanted to contribute like 10% of the total sales, which I don't think is going to be obviously like that, because I can already see Firefly delivering somewhere between 2,000, 3,000 this month, whilst ONVO, you will be surprised, they deliver around 5 and 8,000, which that again is going to bring a massive boost into NIO. And when you go to the NIO main brand deliveries, I believe that we are going to see plus 20,000, which total together you will realize that it gives us an all-time high in terms of sales or monthly sales or deliveries, which is something that is very, very good. Now, when you go to other EV companies like Xpeng had 6,870, and this was 23%. increase from 5,500 from last week. Now with NIO, this 6,060, it's up 18.82% from the 5,100 we saw last week combined, right? Which is obviously good. Now Leoro had 8,160 last week, which is down 28% from the 11,400 they saw the previous week. Zika had 4,300, which was up 39% or almost 40% from the 3,008 they had previous week. Libmoto had 7,800 and ATO had 7,540. So NIO did not do that bad. In fact, these numbers are good because, like I said, first week we don't usually, it's not normal to see this kind of figures, and therefore seeing them in the first week just makes us to see that indeed NIO, you should expect some pretty good stuff coming from NIO. We should expect things to improve for NIO this month in terms of the overall deliveries, and I look forward to those figures. So tell me what you think about this, man. Insurance registrations 6,060, representing a plus 18% increase week to week, which this is very, very good. It's something that we have not seen since the beginning of this year, in terms of the first week having, of course, this kind of insurance registrations. In fact, I do not remember. Yeah, there was 8,100 that NIO had. When was that? 3 weeks back. But after that, I think this now, I think it's the second best figure from that one, which shows you that, of course, NIO, it's improving. Things are going to get much better. This week we are expecting the NT2.5 models to be launched, and boy, I must say, I'm waiting for that. We're all waiting for that, and we hope to see things improve, of course, in terms of sales, even much better than this. We want to see NIO consistently having insurance registrations, weekly insurance registrations of over 10,000, and I think that will be possible based off the models that they are going to launch right now in May. So stay tuned, like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. I remain long, I remain strong onto NIO, because I know one thing, and that is blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering throughout the year, the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. I will see you on the next one, my dear friends, and God bless you all.